The National Weather Service has just released a severe thunderstorm watch for Lincoln County, which is where North Platte is, and counties to the north and to the south.
Hey, it's JP. I went for a 10-day storm chasing trip in the first half of May. This was another solo adventure for me and the 4th year in a row that I've headed out to storm chasing country to see what I could find. In this episode, I'll share some of my adventure because today is a great day to look back at the different moods of Mother Nature.
Right now I'm headed back towards North Platte on I-80, breaking the interstate rule just because I've been up and down US 30 a couple times on this trip already.
Okay, we need to stop for a second. This is Editor JP, by the way. Couple things. The interstate rule. I try to avoid interstates as much as possible when I'm out exploring Americana and when I'm out storm chasing. I only take the interstates if I have to get somewhere quickly because I enjoy exploring all of the small towns and doing all the things, and I tend to stick to the US and state and county highways instead. Plus, there's a lot to see outside of storms out in storm chasing country.
I'm trying to get my steps in before I drive another 4 hours. So I don't know where my next stop is, but let's see what we can discover.
Also, this was day 7 of a 10-day storm chasing trip, and even though it was mid-May, Mother Nature had installed an omega block over a vast portion of traditional storm chasing country. I'd seen a few storms pop here and there up in the northern plains, but I hadn't seen anything that would normally be associated with Tornado Alley, and I was in the mood to see some feisty weather. Okay, let's get back to the video.
Yeah, and looking at radar scope, there's a bunch of people in that area of North Platte, and so that's where I'm going, not because they're there, but because that's the center of the watch area, and that's the most logical place to get positioned to go in either direction once the storms start firing off.
On the 14th of May, earlier that day, the Storm Prediction Center at NOAA showed a yellow shaded area or slight chance of thunderstorms in large sections of Nebraska, South Dakota, and North Dakota. Waking up in Alliance, Nebraska that morning, I noticed a small 5% tornado risk area in southern Nebraska, basically centered around North Platte. Models from the College of DuPage generally agree with this assessment, and with my basic forecasting skills, so did I. I made my way down through the sandhills towards North Platte. While hanging out in the Love's parking lot and getting the cameras ready, I noticed a mesoscale convective discussion in radar scope indicating the potential for severe weather, including tornadoes. It probably wouldn't be long before a severe thunderstorm watch was issued. Clouds were starting to build up to the southwest. At the time, there was activity forming to the north, but I maintained something would develop closer to my current location. I needed to fight my tendency to start driving all over the place. The watch was then issued, and radar was starting to show activity moving to the north-northeast. I made my way up toward Stapleton and positioned myself facing west, just to the east of US Highway 83. I had a good view of cells building to my southwest. I then decided I was a little bit too far away and positioned myself closer to the storm cells.
Nice.
Woo! The cattle were starting to get restless, and frankly, so was I, so I started heading south back towards North Platte. It was then that I noticed tornadic activity to the southwest. It was later confirmed to be a landspout tornado near Hershey, Nebraska.
Okay, in case you ever wondered what it's like storm chasing. Look up on that hill, there's a whole bunch of storm chasers up there. That's Mother Nature being feisty.
lot of lightning. That is looking pretty.
Mother Nature was continuing her impressive display, so I stationed myself on Highway 97, just north of North Platte. Other storm chasers had the same idea. An impressive cell was getting itself together to the southwest. I'll speed up this next part so you can see how the supercell built itself up. As the cell moved to the north-northeast, I did the same thing and relocated myself along US Highway 83.
This is fun. All right, I have an escape route. I have a plan. I am good.
This cell never produced a tornado, but it was awesome looking and the experience always enjoyable. Be safe and see you next time.